What's good, Humble Squad? It's your boy HumbleZiggy, and we back here with another reaction for y'all, and we back with another death battle for y'all, and we got Bakugo voices. Sometimes man, I be having tongue ties, I don't know why, but we got Bakugo versus Reze, My Hero Academia versus Chainsaw Man. And look, now like I said, I didn't say it like I said. Sorry, sometimes Freudian slip. But regardless, I haven't been able to watch the movie that has Reze in it, but from the nerdcore songs that I react to and the little clips I've seen or so, and the certain manga spoilers or whatever from when it first came out or whatever. But y'all always know with me, at the end of the day, I don't care, because until when I actually see how it goes and such, I want to experience it for myself. But nothing's wrong with knowing what the character is all about, whether through songs or through a manga. Nothing's wrong with trying to get a little knowledge, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna forget regardless. But we got two characters here that's all about explosives. So if I got anyone winning, it has to be Bakugo. Not because of no because I know people are gonna say, "Oh, is it because he a boy?" So even if it was, what the point of the matter is, I know more about Bakugo. Don't know much more about Reze, other than I know she's a bomb shit or whatever. But regardless, we're gonna check this out. Sorry for the long intro. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my socials up there. And without further ado, let's get it. There we go. There we go.
Well, look who's here. Bakugo versus Reze, the god of explosions versus the bomb devil. He's with that boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Wiz, there's nothing like the smell of napalm in the morning, the rush of the shockwave, the flash of combustion. I love it when stuff goes boom. And no one knows that feeling better than Katsuki Bakugo. When your name literally means powerful bomb, it's no wonder he was born with the quirk explosion. It lets Bakugo create.
The freaking name is crazy for him. And keep in mind, when they go into UA, they literally ask them what their superhero names would be. This motherfucker gonna talk about Great Explosion, Murder, God, Dynamite. Now, you know what's so crazy about it, right? Later, if you've watched throughout the entirety of how My Hero is especially for Bakugo, I've said it on multiple times. The character development from this man is insane. Because from the first season to at least 4 or 5, you saw little bits of him being like a good character and whatnot, but all in all, he was being just a straight up asshole, especially to Deku. But later on and such, he became hell. He became even, you can say he gotten more, in a way, more tight like this, sort of, with Bakugo, more than just really hating on him and such. But hey, I ain't gonna lie. The character development for Bakugo, amazing to see. Especially throughout the end, where people started to really, hell, the fact that him and Deku now, you can say, are cool. I'll never forget that scene where they're both in the hospital and they both just laughing. Who would have thought them two? From start, they were enemies, and now towards the end, they're both in a hospital laughing together. Crazy.
Feeling better than Katsuki Bakugo.
When your name literally means powerful
Birthday
bomb,
420.
no wonder he was born with the quirk explosion.
It lets Bakugo create humongous kabooms
Like
from his palms.
winning,
I
blowing
can
stuff
only
up,
dream of having
Hiroshima,
hands that red.
Red Riot.
Quirks are genetic superpowers that most humans are born with. Bakugo inherited his quirk from his parents. Specifically, it was a combination of his father's combustible acid sweat and his mother's glycerin skin secretions.
Making Bakugo sweat basically like nitroglycerin. And the more he sweats, the bigger the booms. His parents basically made the perfect kid, absolutely oozing with shonen main character energy.
Bakugo felt similarly, so much so that he started bullying his childhood friend who happened to be born without a quirk.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
he's kind of a snot-nosed turd sometimes, but come on, Wiz!
Sometimes.
The kabooms! They're so...
Sometimes. Nah, like I said, if you've watched season 1 through at least 4 or 5, sometimes this nigga was bullying all the time.
cool.
Quirks are a natural biological feature of a person's body. In the same way that we don't really think about walking or breathing, Bakugo's explosions became like any other limb, especially with his rigorous training.
Bakugo quickly picked up on how to use his explosions to obliterate anything in sight, block attacks, launch himself around, and quickly maneuver in midair at hypersonic speeds, which requires a ton of focus and on-the-fly calculations.
And despite getting this incredibly dangerous quirk when he was 4, he somehow never killed himself or anyone else that we know of.
Right.
Bakugo was truly a prodigy, destined for greatness.
And his only goal was to surpass Japan's numero uno superhero and his personal idol, All Might. In Bakugo's mind, the only person who wins no matter what. Absolute victory. No problem for the main character.
Except Katsuki wasn't the protagonist that he thought he was. That would be Izuku Midoriya, the quirkless child Bakugo bullied. In truth, he was threatened by Izuku's tenacity despite being quirkless.
Really? That crybaby's the main character? Well, Bakugo's inferiority complex would only get worse when Deku...
I mean, I will say, look, in defense of Bakugo, in a way, I could see why he would get mad. Because you need to, not saying it's justifiable, but I can see why. Because think about it. I'm literally people are literally saying I could be the next up, right? And you got a mother effer who don't even got powers. But somehow the #1 superhero is literally his mentor. But I ain't. I could see. Like I said, it's not justifiable for him to bully Deku, but I could see why he would be mad at Deku.
Baby's the main character? Well, Bakugo's inferiority complex would only get worse when Deku somehow landed a quirk that was just as cool, and both were accepted to the same superhero high school, UA High.
There, he would learn to be a superhero and fully develop his ultimate moves.
Like flying through the sky faster than sound with turbo speed, blinding people with stun grenade, focusing his blasts into armor-piercing shots, or making a
AP
big-ass
cannon.
tornado of death.
The howitzer impact involves Bakugo spinning himself in midair with his explosions, building up a tremendous amount of swirling oxygen, and then igniting it all for one hell of a boom.
He's pretty smart when it comes to strategizing mid-fight. He even developed new techniques for his quirk faster than Deku did.
That
UA
AP
High
cannon.
also aided Bakugo's development by preparing him with his iconic Grenadier bracers, gauntlets that allow him to store up his sweat, gross, for prolonged bouts, or to release all of it at once in a single massive blast.
He's also got his hero suit, which helps him sweat faster in order to build up stronger attacks. Or the Strafe Panzer, these badass turrets mounted to his back that store his sweat as ammo. With all of that, it wasn't long before Bakugo made his hero debut, called the Bombshell Hero, Great Explosion Murder God, Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Hey, I dig it. The more colons, the merrier.
Too many names. I'm sorry. If you got a name like that as a super, and that's crazy to think that this nigga is a superhero. Let me adjust y'all real quick. But yeah. But like I said, the development for his character is crazy. Cause who would have thought that towards the end, people are actually chanting that name for him. Either Bakugo or Great Murder Explosive Dynamite. Oh, great explosive murder. What was it? What the fuck was the name?
Debut called The Bombshell Hero, Great Explosion
Yeah.
Murder God,
Dynamite.
Dynamite. Hey, I dig it. The more colons, the merrier.
But despite some early wins, Bakugo failed to live up to his own sky-high expectations. He had the makings of a great hero, if only he could get out of his own way and put the team before his ego.
Especially when he was kidnapped by the League of Villains, ultimately leading Bakugo to blame himself for All Might's retirement. Something needed to change.
So he vented his frustrations in a slugfest with Deku and realized something crucial. That the kind of absolute victory that defined All Might wasn't victory for himself, but victory for everyone.
He was starting to become the prodigy everyone knew he could be. I mean, hell,
To be honest, it was at that point when they had to just fight it out, him and Deku. Yeah, I had to say, it was at that point we started to see Bakugo change more and more, where he begins to learn that it's not just about him. You gotta worry about everybody else. So yeah.
Everyone.
he was starting to become the prodigy everyone knew he could be.
He was still a dick, don't get it
hell,
twisted.
Even while he was unconscious, he kept analyzing the fight he was in and coming up with counters. Somehow,
Bakugo's powerful enough to shatter Todoroki's heaven-piercing ice wall, fast enough to keep up with villains like Shigaraki, who can catch light beams, and tough enough to survive, well,
being dead? Yep, you heard us. Bakugo was killed, dead as a doornail. And then a single bead of sweat floating through his bloodstream detonated and restarted his heart. If
That's
that
crazy.
isn't main character plot armor, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But then again, you can say he's like when it comes to like the big three in total in My Hero, he's definitely it. Him, Deku, and Todoroki. The big three for sure.
his
Fuck you,
stamina
me.
is perhaps the craziest thing about him. After all, he is tanking the recoil of all of his explosions.
Even with the overuse of his blasts literally tearing his body apart, he kept trying to make him stronger, and eventually his quirk awakened.
Essentially, when a quirk evolves to become stronger. Now, by condensing his explosions into smaller and more powerful clusters, Bakugo could enhance all of his techniques.
Like the Howitzer Impact Cluster, a stunning achievement in the field of explosionology, or kaboom theory for the layman.
Powerful enough to shatter the side of a mountain or blow apart Uehai itself. Judging by the school's size, we can
Go.
estimate Bakugo's Howitzer Impact Cluster yielded over 300 kilotons of TNT.
Given Bakugo's whole deal is explosions, it makes sense to science out what a ton of TNT actually is. It's literally the energy contained in 1,000 kilograms of trinitrotoluene.
A chemical compound composed of hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon.
That's the recipe for kabooms. Now, imagine a pile of TNT as big as the Empire State Building blowing up all at once. That's Bakugo's Howitzer Impact Cluster.
And these explosions can launch him so fast, it's like time stands still around him.
Like when he covered a huge part of this city in a fraction of a second, almost 400 times the speed of sound.
And that's not all. Now he can detonate his sweat remotely and from all over his body, not just his palms.
With all of this crazy bullshit, Bakugo became one of the strongest heroes on Earth, enough to battle and defeat All Might's lifelong arch nemesis, All for One. Yeah, that's right, the main villain, who's the protagonist now, Deku.
Bakugo
Yeah,
literally and figuratively surpassed his childhood idol and proved his mettle as a hero.
Number 5 on the rankings and rising. Not bad, Kachan.
But more important than proving it to his friends, to All Might, or even to Deku, he proved it to himself.
Hey.
Yeah, whatever. Take that, losers! Sickest quirk in the world over here! Dynamite! Dynamite! Dynamite!
Like I said, at the end of the day, he's bad. I'm sorry. Hey, say what you want to say. He badass. He might be a bit of a dick sometimes. But one thing's for sure, you're not going to say Bakugo ain't a badass motherfucker. You cannot say that. A dick? Yes. But he a badass dick? Yes. Pause. But you know what I'm trying to say.
Wiz, what happened to you? You look funny and squishy.
I'm over here, Boomstick. That's the new Death Metal plushie from U2's, and it's available to order right...
Oh, like the one they made of me a year ago. You got jealous, didn't you?
What? No, mine's way cuter. Look at it, and you can get one by clicking the link.
Ah, they forgot to color one of your arms.
Boomstick, I have a metal arm. I always have. Oh, and if you order it, there's a chance you might get a special version with a gold arm.
That's actually kind of awesome.
You definitely want one.
Oh, fine. Yeah, I do, okay? Shut up about it.
Click the link below to order one for yourself. It's only available for a limited time, and after that, it will never be available again. So don't miss out.
Go get your U2s, y'all. Now to Reze.
Death, war, famine, conquest. Humanity has been plagued by all manner of ills since they first crawled out of the primordial ooze. In the world of Chainsaw Man, there is nothing to fear but fear itself.
Because fear itself is real, and they're called devils.
Literally devils from hell. These monstrous beings are the living embodiments of humanity's worst nightmares, and their power is directly proportional to that fear.
So the chicken devil might be so weak you could keep him as a class pet, like, you know, a chicken. But what about the bat devil, or the ghost devil, or the devil embodying man's fears of one of the greatest weapons it's ever created, the bomb devil?
Little is known about the origins of the bomb devil's current host, Reze, if that even is her real name.
She might look cute and kawaii, but she's actually a Soviet assassin trained from birth to be one of the deadliest killers on the planet. Basically a Black Widow. A cold and lonely existence for anyone, but quadruply so in a world as effed up as this.
Says, at one point, the author's favorite character, obviously. And it says, likes coffee, flowers, and Denji. Sort of.
But all Reze wanted was a safe, normal, quiet life. As much a fable to her as Aesop's country mouse.
Too bad! You are now a walking, talking explosive. Have fun.
At some point, the girl known as Reze was implanted with a fragment of the bomb devil and became a hybrid. A human possessing a devil's powers without sacrificing their humanity, transforming their body into a living weapon.
As a hybrid, Reze's strength and speed are way crazier than a normal human's. And with her martial arts training, she's a force to be reckoned with up close. Also, Wiz, check out the bomb for a head!
Someone like Reze would eat you alive, literally. Should devils like Reze take any damage whatsoever, they can heal by consuming blood.
And that lets hybrids survive some pretty insane stuff, like having their limbs torn off, getting bisected clean in half, or being roasted alive. Just slurp some blood and they're good as new.
Especially useful considering the bomb devil's primary ability is literally blowing herself up. Reze can emit explosions from any surface of her body, even tearing off limbs and turning them into bombs that she can detonate at will.
Damn, that's hardcore! She can use these blasts to jet through the sky at hypersonic speeds, maneuver and redirect herself in midair.
You can say that head game is explosive.
And enhance the strength and speed of her blows.
Or Reze can send sparks that can ignite the atmosphere in explosions that tear apart entire
You can say she got that bomb head for sure.
cities, making herself stronger the more fear her wanton destruction creates.
As long as the area around her is dry enough to maintain ignition, Reze can create as many explosions as she wants, non-stop.
She can even turn her own body into different types of real-world bombs to massively enhance their power.
Like transforming her leg into a torpedo, or her apron into dynamite. Every single inch of Reze is a living weapon.
This made her feared across the devil world as one of their mightiest warriors, and the perfect choice to assassinate Japan's newly acquired devil hybrid, Chainsaw Man.
You see, you might not think chainsaws are all that scary, at least not compared to bombs, but the Chainsaw Devil is special.
Any devil the Chainsaw Devil consumes becomes deleted from reality, retroactively erased from humanity's collective consciousness.
And here I thought chainsaws were for boring stuff like trees or Texas massacres.
Nope.
Silly me.
This ability makes the Chainsaw Devil the most important being alive and invaluable for any global power to control.
Except instead of meeting the fearsome chainsaw of legend, Reze met Denji, a dumb, horny teenage boy just looking for anyone to love.
And for once, Reze
fuck off.
actually hesitated. Rather than immediately kill her target, she got to know him and found they weren't so different. Both were used as tools of the state, as weapons of war rather than people. A kindred spirit in a hostile world, Denji wanted to drink up as much of the excitement of life as he could. The town mouse to her country mouse.
And thankfully, he was super easy for a pretty face to manipulate.
It wouldn't be the only time.
Reze's nothing.
Yeah, like this. Hey, y'all, I'm telling y'all, if anyhow Maki and Reze were to fight to see who would get Denji, to control Denji, like I said, I haven't watched it yet because I'm waiting until when it's on Crunchyroll, because I know they probably did it when it was on theaters, but 9 times out of 10, I don't like. Most of the times I'm working 2 of my real life jobs and such, so I don't get time for that. So I'll wait till it's when on Crunchyroll. But I will say, if anyhow there's a scene where freaking Reze and Maki is duking it out, boy, I could not wait. And especially if they're trying to fight to see who would get Denji. Hey, I would love to see that. Boy, you thought Denji was horny before? Hey, you thought that nigga was horny before. You got 2 of the most lethal, deadly, and fine women in that verse fighting over you? Boy, you better just sit back, relax, and don't even interfere.
Life as he could. The town mouse to her country mouse.
That's all I'm
And
saying.
thankfully, he was super easy for a pretty face to manipulate.
It wouldn't be the only time.
Reze's nothing if not professional,
Freaky.
and she gave Denji
Maki on
one
some
parting
freaky
gift
time, biting
to
the
teach
nigga.
him the way devils did battle before he died.
As the embodiment of one of the deadliest weapons known to man, Reze's power is off the charts, capable of creating an explosion more than 400 meters in diameter. That's over 4 football fields long.
To have a blast that size, you'd need to be exploding with over 2 kilotons of TNT.
More than comparable to nuclear weapons, which is really impressive considering Reze is not the devil of nuclear bombs. That's apparently an entirely separate thing.
Despite her bombs being technically conventional, they're just that strong.
Likely comparable to other powerful devils like the Gun Devil, who could travel across the world and kill millions of people in 5 minutes.
That'd be over 500 times the speed of sound.
She's even stronger than the Typhoon Devil, a sentient city-spanning storm.
The literal coughing baby to her hydrogen bomb.
Unfortunately for Reze, Denji took her lessons to heart and proved he was more than a fitting host for the Chainsaw Devil.
He whooped her ass, but spared her life, just in case her seduction wasn't a total act after all.
But it wasn't meant to be. Whether Reze chose the safe life of the country mouse or the exciting life of the town mouse, there are hungry cats everywhere.
Oh, Makima, what I would give to find someone to kill you.
Reze's dreams of freedom were never
so there is
realized.
this-
She simply changed hands from one cold, unfeeling entity to another. And this time, there was no escape. She was a weapon, a symbol of man's bottomless capacity for malice and self-destruction.
A living bomb. The battle's about to start, and I hope you've got something good to hear these kabooms with, like our sponsor, Raycon.
That
Y'all not about to do that to me. I let you go off with the YouTubes, but we not about to do that here. I ain't getting paid for it.
50% off the essential open earbuds. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Alright, so after hearing all the data, I would have to go I'm going with Bakugo. Fuck it. I don't care. Damn, off the rip. Just off the rip. No like dialogue, nothing. Just straight up off the rip with it. Hey, what? Fuck all this talking, let's do it. Type of energy.
I've been sent to collect your head, Dynamite.
Better villains than you have tried, lady. You tell your bosses that after I send you back to the coffin!
How would I tell them that if I was already dead? Wow, you're quick.
Shut up and die!
Of course, Bakugo. Damn, give us some water.
Oh, damn!
Ain't that
Oh,
easy? Nah, that's crazy. Nah, at that point, you would run the other way. If you saw this coming at you,
Oh, damn!
if you saw a headless body just running towards you, oh hell no. After you just done blasted off, run the other way. Either you start shooting that motherfucker or run away. Cause ain't no way. I shot your head clean off your body. Right? Just when I thought it's all done. Do this.
Oh, damn!
You're running at me like full speed. Hell nah. I'm gone. Hell no. Where the head gone? What? Nope.
Oh, it's move it or lose it, people!
Save me, Dynamite!
Let go of me!
That's that. That's her. Damn. Damn.
Leave them out of this!
He said, fuck them.
For what it's worth, Dynamite, your blood was delicious.
You bit off a bit more than you could chew! My blood isn't the only thing you drank! It's my sweat you should worry about, dumbass!
Yep. Psychotic
For
motherfucker.
absolute victory! Howitzer! Impact!
Motherfucker psycho as hell. Imagine a nigga just laughing while he's getting bombarded with freaking fireworks.
Aiming for absolute victory!
Crazy ass.
Howitzer! Impact! Cluster!
Chuck that motherfucker.
Scratch that. Not enough for a coffin.
Hey, I finally won one. Let's go. I finally got that. All right, let's
Genji,
go.
we're so sorry to hear about your girlfriend that passed away. She gets 5 big boobs. Boom! Boom!
Finally, I got one.
On the surface, these two
Let's go. I finally got one. I think I got one before too. But yes, finally, I got one right. See, I told y'all I got Bakugo. Fuck you, me. I know Bakugo was going to win. Maybe not, but I don't know. But hey, finally, let's go. Always going to root for the ones that I know. But I ain't trying to hear all the explanations. I want to see what's the next one.
against someone as fast and powerful as Bakugo, she would not get the chance to heal consistently or
Hell.
the winner is Katsuki Bakugo.
Bombshell, hero, great explosion, murder, god, dynamite. Next time on Death
Who we got
Metal.
next? Minions.
Subscribe and join as a
Who
member to
versus
see
Mega
more
Man?
Death
Okay.
Battle. And don't forget to order your very own Whiz Plush from YouTube's. Click that link below the like button.
Hey man, shout out to them. But yes, finally got one right now. Goddamn. Hey, y'all always see me the many times it be a hit and miss for me when it comes to getting which one is right, but finally got that motherfucker right. But hey, man, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comments below. Did y'all think it was valid or not valid that Bakugo won? Personally, to me, I know it was valid because I picked it first. So, nah, let me shut up. But nah, it's been your boy HumbleZiggy signing out. Stay positive, keep the vibes up, and hey, we on the road to 4K. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment down below. But like I said, been your boy HumbleZiggy signing out. Stay positive, keep the vibes up. I'm out.